Welcome to Enny's Diamond Stories, where everyday challenges are transformed into powerful lessons that heal, inspire, and shape families for the better. We share relatable, thought-provoking stories to help parents, children, and families grow together in love, faith, and wisdom. Today's story is one that hits close to home for many families, and it just might open your eyes to something you didn't realize was missing. Sometimes, the damage isn't loud, it's silent. In The Cost of Absence, we saw how a parent's emotional and physical unavailability can slowly shape a child's confidence, choices, and even future. But what if you're not sure you've crossed that line? What if the signs are subtle, hiding behind your good intentions, busy schedule, or daily routine? That's why in our next story, we're taking a closer look at how to know when you've become an absentee parent, not just in body, but in presence. It's not about blame. It's about awareness. And it's about hope. In a fast-paced world filled with responsibilities, commitments, and screens, many parents unknowingly drift away from their most important duty, being present. You may live under the same roof with your children, provide for their needs, and even love them dearly, yet still be emotionally and spiritually absent. This story highlights 20 silent signs that reveal whether you've become an absentee parent, not to condemn, but to awaken your heart to reconnect, rebuild, and reclaim your relationship with your child. We will also discover 10 ways absentee parents can redeem their image and strengthen their children emotionally. Signs you may be emotionally absent from your child's life. As parents, we often assume that providing food, shelter, and education is enough. But children thrive not just on provisions, they need presence. Here are key signs that suggest emotional or physical distance between you and your child. 1. You rarely spend quality time together. If days or even weeks pass without meaningful one-on-one moments, whether it's talking, playing, or simply enjoying each other's company, it signals a disconnect. 2. You're unaware of their daily routine. Not knowing what time your child wakes up, what they like to eat, or how they typically spend their day reflects limited engagement in their world. 3. Your child doesn't confide in you. When your child stops sharing their struggles, joys, or questions, it may be because they don't perceive you as emotionally available or approachable. 4. You substitute presence with presence. Relying on gifts, gadgets, or money to compensate for your absence cannot replace emotional connection. Children crave attention more than things. 5. You're always too busy for their world. Constantly missing school events, family dinners, or special moments due to work or other commitments shows misaligned priorities. 6. You don't know their friends or teachers. Not being familiar with the people who influence your child daily reveals a lack of interest in their social and academic life. 7. Others are doing most of the parenting. If teachers, grandparents, or caregivers are handling discipline, emotional support, and guidance, you may have stepped back from your primary role. 8. You miss warning signs in their behavior. Not noticing emotional distress, mood swings, or behavioral changes may indicate you're not observant or involved enough to recognize when your child needs help. 9. Home feels like a hostel to them. If your child sees you only in passing and doesn't feel emotionally at home, you may be physically present, but relationally absent. 10. Conversations feel awkward or forced. When you struggle to maintain a natural conversation and feel like a stranger in their world, emotional drift has likely occurred. 11. They prefer talking to others over you. Choosing friends, teachers, or even strangers instead of coming to you for guidance is a serious sign of broken connection. 12. Screens are their main companion. If technology is constantly filling the gap left by your unavailability, you're missing out on crucial bonding time. 13. You don't know their dreams or fears. Being unaware of what excites or worries your child suggests you haven't been emotionally tuned in. 14. You avoid difficult, but important conversations, dodging talks about puberty, peer pressure, mental health, or values deprives your child of vital emotional and moral guidance. 15. You lead like a boss, not a parent. If your relationship revolves only around giving orders without empathy or affection, your child may feel controlled, not cared for. 16. You frequently break promises. Canceling outings, missing birthdays, or repeatedly saying, "I'll make it up to you," weakens trust and breeds disappointment. 17. They no longer seek your approval. When your child stops trying to make you proud, they may have emotionally detached from the relationship. 18. You prioritize work or social media over family time. If your attention is always on a screen or your job, your child may feel overlooked and unimportant. 19. You're shocked by how much they've changed. Surprise at your child's emotional or behavioral shifts often means you haven't been closely observing their development. 20. They often say, "You don't understand me." When your child repeatedly feels misunderstood, it's a major red flag indicating they feel unseen and unheard. Being emotionally present is not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Your child needs your eyes, your ears, your voice, your embrace, and most of all, your heart. Reconnect Ion begins with recognition. What absentee parents do instead of being available for their children. Absentee parents are not always careless or heartless. Many times, they are caught up in other responsibilities, unaware that they are neglecting what matters most. Here are 10 common things absentee parents do instead of being present for their children. 1. They immerse themselves in work and careers, justifying long hours as providing for the family, while unintentionally sacrificing time with their children. 2. They prioritize ministry or religious activities so heavily that they forget their first assignment from God, their home. 3. They spend excessive time on social media, watching reels, posting content, or engaging in endless online debates, while their child sits nearby craving attention. 4. They invest deeply in social circles, outings, or adult friendships, leaving little emotional energy for their children. 5. They overcommit to community or volunteer activities, helping others while unintentionally ignoring their own home. 6. They bury themselves in house chores or perfectionism, always cleaning or organizing, but never sitting to talk or play with their kids. 7. They delegate parenting to gadgets and screens, thinking technology can babysit, educate, or calm their children. 8. They choose to rest or binge-watch series, believing they deserve downtime, without realizing that their children are growing up emotionally alone. 9. They leave emotional parenting to one spouse, often excusing themselves by saying, "That's your area." 10. They escape into personal struggles, such as anxiety, depression, addiction, or past trauma, without seeking help, leaving their children confused and disconnected. Being physically present is not enough. Your child needs your heart, your time, and your attention. No job, ministry, or screen can raise your child like you can. Start small, listen more, show up, ask questions, and be intentional. Your presence today is the foundation of their future. It's never too late to reconnect, begin now. 10 ways absentee parents can redeem their image and strengthen their children emotionally. There are times when parents are absent, not because they do not love their children, but because life pulled them away. Some left due to broken marriages, others due to work, fear, immaturity, or mistakes. But the good news is, redemption is possible. The heart of a child still longs for connection. And with time, love, and wisdom, broken bridges can be rebuilt. Here are 10 life-changing ways absentee parents can redeem their image and help their children become emotionally sound again. 1. Face the past with honesty. Healing begins when the truth is no longer hidden. Parents must confront their own absence, not cover it up or minimize it. Children can sense when things are being swept under the rug. Owning the truth and the consequences of past choices brings clarity and a fresh chance to begin again. 2. Choose consistent presents over occasional gifts. Children do not need expensive presents to heal. They need presents, the kind that listens, watches, cares, and notices. A few minutes of consistent, undivided attention every day can heal what years of absence wounded. A steady walk to school, a simple meal together, or sitting quietly by their side can begin to restore trust. 3. Allow space for emotion and pain. Children process pain differently. Some withdraw. Others act out. Some build walls. The returning parent must understand these reactions and avoid becoming defensive. Emotional outbursts are often signs of deep wounds. A safe space, where the child feels allowed to express pain without shame, becomes the first layer of emotional healing. 4. Practice sacrificial patience. Healing is never instant. A single, "I'm back," does not erase years of absence. Children may test the parent's intentions. They may act cold or indifferent. The parent must remain patient, knowing that love that once disappointed must now prove itself through endurance, not emotion. 5. Demonstrate change through actions. Words become empty when they are not full load by action. The absentee parent must now show change, not by announcing it, but by living it. A new routine, a steady voice, a dependable presence all speak louder than promises. Consistency becomes the foundation of rebuilding trust. 6. Invest in shared experiences. Shared experiences create emotional memory. A picnic, a game, a walk, a school visit, or learning something together can spark reconnect ion. These activities do more than entertain. They stitch the heart of the child to the returning parent through joy and shared meaning. 7. Seek help when needed. Not every wound can be healed alone. Involving a trusted counselor, pastor, or family mentor can create a healthy space for communication. Professional or spiritual guidance brings structure and support. It also shows the child that the parent is serious about making things right. 8. Celebrate milestones together. Showing up for the child's events, birthdays, school programs, or spiritual milestones sends a powerful message: you matter. These moments should not be missed. They are open doors for bonding, affirmation, and joy. Every celebration becomes a thread in the new emotional fabric being woven. 9. Allow the child to grow at their own pace. Children, especially those deeply hurt by absence, grow in trust slowly. They may forgive, but not forget immediately. They may engage, but still hold back. Respecting their pace shows maturity. Pushing for quick restoration often pushes the child further away. Healing is slow, but each small step matters. 10. Model stability and emotional strength. Children need a strong example to mirror. A parent who models calm, stability, prayer, and wise choices gives the child emotional strength. The returning parent must first find inner healing, so they can offer healing. A whole parent raises a whole child. Even though absence leaves scars, love can still write a new story. With truth, patience, and humility, broken families can be mended. The child may have cried in silence once, but through redeemed parenting, those tears can be replaced with laughter, safety, and hope. For more inspiring family stories and life lessons, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Enny's Diamond Stories. There's always room for healing, one story at a time. Absentee parenting is not always about physical distance. Sometimes it's about emotional silence. As you've heard these 20 signs, take time to reflect. Are your children growing beside you or growing apart from you? The good news is, it's never too late to make a change. Even the smallest step toward being present can bring healing, restore joy, and rebuild trust. Remember, your presence is the greatest gift your child will ever need. If this story opened your eyes, touched your heart, or inspired a change, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to Enny's Diamond Stories for more real-life inspired content that speaks life, love, and truth into families. Like, share, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new story that could make a difference in your home or someone else's. Stay present, stay connected, and stay blessed. Thanks for watching today's story on Enny's Diamond Stories. If you enjoyed it and would love to see more inspiring, faith-filled, and heart-touching stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep shining like a diamond, stay true to your values, and remember, every story holds a lesson. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.